All right, it's your boy Spankdog, aka Puffinstein. Like, comment, share, subscribe at YouTube. Click the notification bell so you know when I come on. And this morning we're gonna be talking about hip hop and Jaguar Wright. So, you know, like I've been into hip hop for so long, like my credibility when it comes to knowing about music is pretty good, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I used to hear how you call it, Rappers Delight on the radio. So that's a long time ago. I just literally seen something where Jaguar Wright says that she wants to be sued by Jay-Z because she wants to get on the stand and tell everybody what she knows about Jay-Z that Big L told her. And then the guy interviewing her, I mean, no shot at the guy, he landed a decent interview too, like he's working, but like he goes, this Big L guy, and I'm like, oh man, come on, bro, you covering, you know what I'm saying? Like you just said this Big L guy, that's like, because remember when we listened to the people, when we was listening to hip hop, we didn't know their background. So like if somebody was a real like not good person, there was no way of knowing. So you were just basing your love off of music, So like Big L was one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. This guy don't even know. Like that's what's funny to me. Like he's interviewing Jaguar Wright about Big L and Jay-Z. So this is hip hop stuff, even though it's also about alleged crimes and stuff like that. But the guy goes, this Big L guy, like he don't even know who it is, you know. And I'm like, I could spit a Big L verse that people don't even know from back to front. Like I heard it yesterday, and I haven't heard it in like 15 years. So here's another smooth song. So get your groove on, violate, and try to fake Jackson. You'll get moved on. Peace to all my brothers with the $1,000 jewels on, pushing rides with full length minks with gator shoes on. I'm known for popping. I'm known for rocking tours. Picture me mopping floors. Only mess with keys and not the kind that be locking doors. The type of brother that be gaming your freaks while you out working hard on putting stains on your sheets and sporting Gucci and Gucci. That's my duty. F a big booty groupie, needed a fruity cutie, hoochie coochie with lots of Lucci. This goes up to my brothers uptown, downtown, midtown, across town, and out of town. I be the night walker, rap enforcer, native New Yorker, beat walker, street walker, talker. You remember me when I put it on with the Kid Capri. Mr. MVP is back to take over the industry. My cash flow don't get low, it just increased. Whoever try to take mine will rest in peace. I keep a stone look, peace to every known crook. Not those who go to jail and can't hold their own and come home shook. On 139 in Lennox, brothers are bananas. We got bad manners. Cops can't stand us. That's why they try to jam us. But I hate Jake. They mad because I make papes. I'm large like the Great Lakes with drug spots in 8 states. I'm chilling, making sure my money is right. Sipping Sunny Delight and hitting every honey in sight. And I wanna Pataki and Rudolph Julie like a woolly. I keep a toolie for any foolie who act mooly. Yo, what I recite be taking hours to write. So if you bite, just tell your man what kind of flowers you like. Yo, bloodshed, my mellow, my yo, get on the mic and pull the MC trigger. And then the kid that comes on next is a kid that had got, I don't know if he got murdered. I don't know how he passed away. His name was Bloodshed. And these are called the Motherless Child freestyles. These are off the Bobito show, I believe. And then Blood jumps in and he's like, yo, Blood's out for presidents. When I roll through your residence, you're hesitant. Is it because you know that I represent Harlem, USA, nigga? Ain't nothing to say or do. Mess around, I spray your crew and baby your baby boo and maybe you, cause we dismiss crews. Me and these sick fools, running we leave a kick your click bruise and take your thick jewels straight to the pawn shop. Why don't you blast like a bomb drop? So, but you get the point. Like the guy that's interviewing Jaguar, right, absolutely has no knowledge of hip hop. And then I can't even be mad at him because, to be honest with you, a lot of people that talk about hip hop, they don't know about hip hop like me. And my bro, I'll shout my bro out big. Yo, go to G'd Up Quinn's channel. You know what I'm saying? And go check him out, give him a subscription. You know what I'm saying? My bro got a good channel rocking right now. And I think you'd enjoy. So, but like me and my bro are like real hip hop historians. I remember when we bought the UTFO cassette and the we bought the Melly Mel and the Furious Five cassette. So I think he landed the UTFO cassette and I landed the Melly Mel and the Furious Five cassette, right? So when we got back home, I was a little scarred because in my head I'm like, damn, that's the one with Roxanne, right? So like I'm like, why'd I buy the Melly Mel and the Furious Five? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know that they're hip hop and like I got paid in a sense, but I'm like, that got Roxanne. You know what I'm saying? Roxanne. Bam, 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 I wanna be your man. Yo, Kango. I don't think that you're fresh because you went about the problem with no experience. You should know she doesn't need a guy like you. She needs a guy like me with a high IQ. And she'll take to my rap because my rap's the best. Man, listen, man, people are crazy. They like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, kids that are born in later eras, they're not supposed to know that stuff. It's crazy. I'm so used to everybody knowing about Slick Rick. And these aren't even like the earliest of the early rappers, Das Effects. S- some people don't. Some of the youngins don't really know Nas even. You gotta remember 1990. What is that? That's 34 years ago. So, but anyway, hip hop for me is like ultra real. You know what I'm saying? So, but now she's over here talking about that Jay-Z, is somehow tied into whatever happened to Big L as far as that at least having knowledge of something. It's not that he did anything or she doesn't come out and say that. She talks in like a little bit in riddles because she got to be careful what she says. I tell you one thing though, Jaguar Wright hit it on the head with a lot of things. And as like sometimes you watch Jaguar Wright and you be like, yo, you know, she's too much. Like she just be going in, but like what has she done that, she says she worked with Jay for 21 years and they never had no problems, according to her. And then I forgot what she said happened, you know what I'm saying? But matter of fact, you know what? I was watching some of it. Let's watch a little bit of it together. I'll give you a little dose. Like I said, I don't mind people that do reaction videos, and I do reaction videos a little bit too. But like I said, I make original music. I make original beats. I write my own rhymes, and I do other creations also. Even when it comes down to the toys, the comics, the cards, with those, I can also make other things happen. So it's the music. I got, like what I'm saying is the man cave basement click thing. It's an original thing, but I can't help but to react to stuff that's going on. They're saying that there's aliens on Earth. I mean, not a lot of people believe it. It's gotten to the point where at one point if I would have said I believe in aliens, I would have been looking around for the Snickers. That's not the case in 2024. In 2024, you talk about aliens, ain't nobody really looking at you like you crazy because the government went to Congress and they were on C-SPAN talking. Three Air Force pilots were talking about they seen things that were undoubtedly things not of this planet, you know, unless they came from underwater. So, this is the part of the basement click man cave where I told you I'm into social issues. I'm into people's behavior. I like to know who's a piece of crap and who's a good person, and I still try not to judge. Let me tell you something. I got dudes, And I know that they got their ways. They're not trustworthy, but I try my hardest to love them as much as I can without letting them in close enough to hurt me, and they respect me for it. I got people are scared of that love me and hug me. So like, it's not to get no brownie points or nothing, but your boy is people love me. That's all. I'll put it like that. Before you ever think of harming the hair on my chinny chin chin, just know I'm well loved, and I also get busy for myself. I don't need nobody. So, but anyway, guys like Gene Deal, Jaguar Wright, sometimes she sounds like she's coming off like a little on some crazy stuff, but I don't think that's the case. I think she's just one of those people that are real animated, and she just, she comes off like that. I'm animated. So like when she comes off animated, why I think she's more animated than me, but why should I knock her? Because she's a little loud, or she gets excited, or about something. Looks like she's been through a lot. Yo, what's crazy is now she got some big, heavy set mafioso looking dude as her bodyguard. Apparently, and you never know if he's solidified. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy when he gave his name. I should have looked him up and seen if he was, really like that. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. He's saying that he cares about Jaguar Wright and that he'll put his neck on the line for her, and that she needs to be protected because she has stuff that she wants to tell, and he don't want her to get hurt before she gets to do what she got to do. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it. Y'all could light up the comment section. I holler back. One thing about me, like, and I'm gonna keep this going even when I get a lot of subscribers, because they ain't nothing gonna stop me. But when I get a lot of subscribers, I'm not gonna stop talking to y'all. And I know people are like, oh, you say that now, but wait till you get this many. Nah, one of my big things is gonna be to stay interacting with everybody. I ain't gonna forget Chola. I ain't gonna forget Barbara. I ain't gonna forget Matt Ritchie. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna forget Frankie Blanco. I ain't gonna forget none of the original people that came through for me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and also the Kevin Durant giveaway is still on, y'all. I've been telling everybody that I got 2 Kevin Durant rookie cards, and no matter what, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna send them out at random, and they're nice. They're gonna go up. He just won. He just Kevin Durant just became the all-time leading scorer in USA Olympic history, to go along with his 2 shiny rings. I believe he has MVPs and scoring titles, at least one MVP. So he got finals MVPs, 2 of them. When he came to Golden State, Steph Curry was like, "Hey, buddy, if I'm cold, you mind picking up the slack for me?" And he did just that. Any basketball fan knows exactly what I'm talking about. That Steph Curry, he started deferring to Kevin Durant in those finals. Anybody that shouts Steph Curry out like he's better than Kevin Durant should never do that. Kevin Durant got 2 less rings, but Kevin Durant is supposed to have more than 2 rings. And that's real basketball talk. That is not a man that deserves to only have 2 rings. So when he did get his 2 rings, guess what? He showed out, 2 finals MVPs over Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Kevin Durant got the finals MVP and then got it again the next year and literally was bailing them out. Kevin Durant hit a dagger that put LeBron's lights out in one of those series. And it was revenge too, because LeBron had spanked them 4-1 when Russ, but that was because, and I don't mean to, like, if Westbrook ever seen this, I wouldn't want him to be mad at me. But dogs, you was way erratic And to be honest with you, I think if you would have moved a little more slow motion when y'all made it to the finals, even when you made it to conference finals, if you would have pulled back a little, utilized KD more, and didn't be so erratic, bad shot selection, y'all would have had more rings. He would have had more rings, and you would have had a ring or two, maybe more. Because if you would have played like that your whole career, it would have changed things. But I can't tell a man how to play his game. And one thing about Russell Westbrook, the reason he's such a great player is because of that being able to change gear shifts. So, much love to Russell Westbrook. It is what it is. I'm just saying that KD, I think, should have more rings. And if you ever say Steph Curry is way better than Kevin Durant, go watch the finals where Kevin Durant bailed out Steph Curry. So now back to what we was talking about. All right, so I'm gonna bring up the Jaguar Wright thing I was watching. I'm gonna let y'all watch a little bit of it. For anybody that's watching this, good morning. I hope you have a great day. If you're taking your kids to school and then going to work, God bless you, man. I know that you're killing yourself to get that bread, and I want to honor you. Good morning to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I figured I'd bring you some good morning stuff because this is, as much as people I can't believe the guy said this Big L guy. You can see it right now. I share the screen right now. Here we go.
Can you reintroduce yourself? Let them know where you're from.
My name is Angelo, and I am Jaguar Wright's manager, friend, charge of security. I grew up with Jag in Philly, living most of my life on the Italian market, and the job is to keep Jaguar alive as long as possible, by any means possible, because the people that want to
They're on
take her
the
down
Italian
happen to
market.
have a lot of power, and that's pretty sad.
So, in other words, you're Jaguar Wright's muscle, if need be.
Jaguar Wright seems to be having a rough time lately, especially after blowing the lid off some of the weirdest secrets in the music industry. From getting arrested on dubious charges to dealing with constant threats, Jaguar Wright has had to keep a low profile. But now, things are heating up because her bodyguard just issued a stern warning to Jay-Z, vowing to come after him if anything happens to Jaguar. The beef between Jay-Z and Jaguar Wright is nothing new, as Jaguar has consistently called out Jay-Z, but we never expected it to get this bad.
I want you to touch on either the genius or the insanity of Jay-Z. This man, as far as what he's done since then, is, either preordained, destined, or he had a plan.
You've seen her face when he called him genius.
But it seemed like he geared himself towards it. But you were there to witness it firsthand from what he was back then. I just want you to because
let me tell you something too. I've said this many times. This for people that might not have never seen anything I've done before. I'm from Bedford Stuyvesant. I'm from Ralph, between Putnam and Jeff. And even though I only stood there till I was 8 years old, it's in my heart. But that Bed-Stuy thing, it goes only but so far. Of course I'm rooting for Jay-Z not to be what they're saying about him. And right now, he needs even people like me, even though I'm part of shining light on the situation. I'm over here saying, I'm hoping that it's not true. It's not that I'm rooting for Jay if he hurt anybody or her or whatever. It's that I'm rooting for what they're saying about him not to be true. He's Marcy. I'm Ralph Avenue. We live about 18 blocks away from each other. I actually have a friend that's in Marcy right now. Big shout out to my brother. You know who you are. Ralph Ave Babies, my man Preem. You know what I'm saying? But
not many people have a firsthand account of
like this is all of this is stuff that I've come up with. Jay-Z's from my neighborhood. Jaguar Wright blowing everybody up is making somebody that I've watched come up my whole entire young life. Look at him like now, like, damn, is that true what they're saying about you? You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, like I said, I still even have a friend over there. So it is, like I said, it has to do with you know what intrigues me, what interests me for a good reason.
What this man is doing and what he's about to do.
In 21 years, I
told people that Biggie, if I found out bad things about Biggie, it would have bothered me too, like if it was that bad. So, you know, we got two legends from the style that are that enormous. It's Biggie and Jay-Z. You know, Fabulous is pretty big, and there's other guys that, you know, I might be forgetting. Big Daddy Kane's from Bedford Stuyvesant. Milk is chilling, Kids is chilling. They from Bed-Stuy, and we've got a lot. Forget about it. I'm missing. Mano is from Bed-Stuy. So, but I'm gonna let it play.
have never had anything to say about Mr. Sean Carter other than the fact that we had a pleasant working relationship and he was an excellent businessman.
21 years.
21 years.
21 years, I told you.
And after 21 years, what I will say to you is this. The first time I ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as Big L.
Rest
For
in
those
peace.
of you.
Rest in peace, Big L.
About to go in right.
Big L.
One of the
That was
dopest.
the
One of the
sensei.
dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay-Z. And, you know, he starts clienteling with Tupac and clienteling with Biggie and doing songs with Biggie and building a working, you know, camaraderie with Honeycombs and aka Diddy. And
why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
Because he smacks so sweet.
Because he smacks.
I mean, think about it. Think about the happy Jennifer Lopez, Shakira, all Rock Nation. Now Rihanna.
You see, now she's talking about how he got all his acts into the biggest things. Listen, man, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. If Jay has done things that the law would have a problem with, you know, I wouldn't sleep on it. But I'm gonna tell you this: I'm not mad at him over really those kind of things. I'm mad at him if he's been victimizing, if he's been destroying, if he's not been following positivity to the point where he's not giving money back to Marcy. Y'all people be crazy. I'll say something about Marcy and that he should be throwing some chips back at the hood. And you gotta see the greedy people come out and be like, he don't owe them nothing. He's let them work. They're lazy. When are people finally gonna understand that not everybody has been built to succeed financially? You gotta help them out, bro. Stop being such a greedy freaking cheap. You know, my father hated cheap people. My father hated cheap people. And my brother can't stand cheap people neither because of that. I'm a little more understanding on like how, like, you know, sometimes you gotta be frugal instead of frivolous. But you know, I can't stand cheap people neither. Yeah, I've said it out before. I'm not even really, we ain't doing numbers, we ain't doing who it was. I said it out before. There's nothing cheap about your boy. Why You know what would be crazy if I threw more money out back into helping people than certain celebrities. I would doubt Jay-Z. I know he's gotta had to have given millions to centers and stuff like that, but come on, bro. But that's because it's a small portion of your money. Try giving away 30% of everything you got. And you don't got a big, this is of 100,000, let's say 50,000. You know what I'm saying? To give away 20 grand of that, 15 grand of that. That would be like if Jay gave away out of his billion, he gave away 150 million. And he would still be left with 850 million. When I parted, with what I parted with, I was left with a couple of stacks. This is all big facts. I tell you people, man. You know, this is really all of this. Everything that I do is about being a good person. It's about heart, honor. You know, I can't believe they make certain terms like try hards, like bleeding hearts. Like, how do you? Only a hater could have made up those two phrases. Bleeding heart. Really, I'm too. I want to help too much. Maybe you want to help too little. And a try hard. What am I supposed to do? Not try hard? I'm gonna go into a basketball and try to do not. I'm gonna try little, not try hard. It's stupid. Those are the stupidest phrases ever. Anyway, let's hear Jaguar. She about to blow it up.
And then we had the whole LA thing, which of course he was involved in that, and they pulled Mary J. Blige off to, you know, make sure she got that money for Kindle. And, you know, they had that whole moment, you know, but all he's doing is using his friends and the people that he f***s with, or at least the people that signed his non-disclosure agreements. He keeps getting them the Super Bowl gigs. So I mean, like, he's doing all kinds of stuff, you know, and I do not begrudge him. It's just, if you got to do the kind of thing that he's done to get where he's gotten,
He's right.
I don't want it that bad.
I don't want it at all.
I don't want nothing.
But is there a price she had to pay for this? Absolutely. Jaguar Wright has often spoken out about some of the dirtiest secrets in hip-hop, and she knows the repercussions of telling the truth. She's even claimed that Jay-Z has targeted her and her family multiple times as retaliation for the secrets she's exposed.
Sean Carter has been buying companies and stopping my projects for 15 years.
Oh, Mr. Diddy, aka Mr. Love. Now, Dr.
No, Sean Carter.
Oh, Jay. Okay. That's why it's fuck Rock Nation. Hey. Wow.
I'm gonna tell everybody about Big L, Sean.
To something else real quick.
Big L?
Right? All right, so you guys have heard about Terrence Howard as of lately, right? Oh, what's up, Barbara? How you doing? I just seen the message, man. Hopefully you still here. I just shouted you out too. Yeah, we could have a look. Yeah, we would have to look up donations that they put their money into because it's a tax write-off at the end of the day. You know what's crazy, Barbara? I was just about to say that whole Oprah, you're getting one. You know she gets money back for that. What's up, Barbara? I'm glad you're still here. So, but anyway, like the Oprah thing, remember she used to be like, you're getting a car. Well, first of all, the show, they make money off of those episodes. And then not only that, I'm pretty sure the cars were a tax write-off, just like you said right there. She said, yeah, we could have to look, we would have to look up what donations that they put their money into because it's a tax write-off at the end of the day. So yes, I was just listen. The people see people do donations and right off the back they think, oh man, they're so good. They donated this and this and that. Look, If you give away $1 million and at the end of the day, whatever function that took place raised 500,000 that got back into your pocket, now you only gave back $500,000. Now the tax write-off comes and kicks you back, let's say 300,000. Now you're down 200,000, right? But the popularity you received from being portrayed as this guy who parts with $1 million probably not only generates way more money to cover the rest of the missing 200,000, it also boosts your popularity. It's my wifey. Hold on 1 second, yeah. Hello? What I was gonna say, they don't want to take him without the para. That's what I'm saying. If you listen, at the end of it all, that's our son. If you gotta stay home, you gotta stay home. He's our responsibility. That's it. You know the answer. Don't stress though. Yeah, because like that's the worst thing if you let it like break you down. Right. It's not that deep. There's either he goes to school or he stays home. And if he gotta stay home because the bus para flaked for the first time, then he stays home. And then you don't gotta be so hard on her. She's never flaked before ever. And not only has she never flaked before, she's a sweetheart. This is the first time she's ever not shown up. You never know if she's still sleeping by accident right now. Yeah, so don't sweat it. I love you. I'll see you when you get up. I'm in the room doing a live. I'll go over there if anything. All right. Sorry, people. When it comes to my son, you already know what it is. We know when you give away, you don't give away as much as you act like you do. You know, come on, part with some of that money for real, for real. You know, Chola was in here the other day, Barbara, and I wrote Robin. I said, whatever happened to people admiring people that stories like Robin Hood? And she put Robin Hood is, you know, like the bomb or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, it's gotten to the point where like people are so worried about their own economy. They're so crazy that milk, instead of costing $3, costs $6 now. You know what I'm saying? That they'll vote for the wrong person, you know? And it's just because they want their milk back to be $3. Now, I understand, though, because if you can't get up enough money to pay the rent and to eat, that's a bad place to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my grandson is 3 and don't talk. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, they call it nonverbal. Barbara R. writes, yeah, my grandson is 3 and don't talk. That's good, so I'm working with him 100%. Yeah, man. You never know what's going to happen. I've heard people say that the kid, see, my son is 14. He's like nonverbal, like, he was diagnosed with severe autism, period. Like, I try to explain to people, like, when you get an autism diagnosis, there's paperwork. And not only is there paperwork, it diagnoses the exact kind of autism he has, whether it's Asperger's, pervasive developmental disorder, moderate autism, severe autism. They put the actual thing on the paper. I got the paperwork that says my son has severe autism. So, but like, I hope that your grandson comes out of his shell, and he just burst out. I've heard a lot of stories where the kid just bursts out and starts talking. You know what I'm saying? So, one question, Barbara, does he look at you eye to eye? Can he keep eye contact? Let me know in the comments if he could keep eye contact. Yes. Yes, that's a good thing. That's a good sign. My son can't look at me. My son looks away all the time. He looks up. He looks everywhere else. And his motor skills all over the place. He does a lot of stuff abruptly out of nowhere. Like if he has no control over his nervous system, his you know, just like you can see it. You know what I mean? So hopefully this is what do they call it? Like a delay. They call it you should get early intervention too, speech therapy. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong. Most of the time he's running around, won't sit still. Yeah. My son, listen, the crazy thing is, right, like even though my son has autism pretty bad, he's the happiest soul. He's always laughing and running around, and I mean a lot, to the point where like like I gotta like bark at him to stop him from being so happy, because he's like, he's like like he'll be busting up the house. My son weighs 250 pounds. He's like 6 foot tall, and he's 15 years old. He's 14 years old, and he runs from this side of the house all the way to the other side of the house. He's like a wrecking ball. So, like, he's always happy. I'm glad too that you said that your grandson is always happy too. So, but look, I'm gonna go to the other part that I wanted to show you guys. All right, we're gonna hit the share screen thing again. Bring this up real quick. All right. Oh no, matter of fact, first let me set it up real quick. All right, so but y'all know about Terrence Howard, right? Terrence Howard has been, I think he is a scholar of sorts. I believe he's read and studied enough to the point where he is super intelligent. But I also be careful that he's not trying to sell me some rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna play that right now. Let me get to the exact page. All right, people, here we go. We're gonna watch Terrence Howard go in for a second. Now, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen Terrence Howard lately, but it's not a bad thing. He looks actually in tip-top shape, but he's really gotten into Interstellar, the cosmos, is there other life, and all that type of stuff.
Importance in understanding the universe.
There were secrets in that flower of life that Da Vinci spent his whole life trying to uncover. There were secrets in that flower of life that Newton spent his whole life in secret trying to uncover. They couldn't get it out of this two-dimensional frame, and as a result, they got stuck in this plane, a flat plane. Now, what Da Vinci and all of them wanted to do, they were trying to find a way to bring this flower to life, because what is inside of it?
Glad, Barbara.
Well, apparently, there were secrets inside of it.
His opinions in these areas often attract attention and can be considered controversial, but he is recognized for his passion and intellectual curiosity in exploring these topics.
Shapes, they got the Merkaba and all of those other things out of it, but they were misled by something I think called a straight line. All energy in the universe is expressed in what? It's in motion. If something is still, there's no energy. Kinetic, right? All motion is expressed in what? You look at galaxies, are they expressed in straight lines? Expressed in vortices. All vortices are expressed in what? Waves.
I gotta look this up.
Drive 50 miles east of Silicon Valley, California, and you will see beautiful multi-million-dollar homes.
All waves are curved. Show me a straight line in nature. You show me where the platonic solids come from. Where do they have their foundations in our universe? Are there any straight lines? If you look at anything, there are no straight lines. That's been the mistake. We've been looking at these straight.
This is not for people that are not like, into intellectual stuff, I never thought I would watch stuff like this when I was younger. It was all action movies for me. And, as I got older, my thirst to know became stronger. And now I find myself watching politics and stuff like this, and, like I said, though, I've always considered myself, you know, semi-smart, but like I'm saying, like this, some of the stuff when he says certain phrases, I ain't gonna lie, like one of the things he mentioned, I'm gonna go after we watch it and go look up what he was talking about, because I don't want to act like I know and be ignorant to something.
Straight lines is Euclidean way of thinking and missing the curvature of nature. So here we are, back with the curvature of nature. So compare some of these points. Take a point here and say, well, what's the space in between all of these things? Now, they've said that all the in-between spaces, if this is the Earth and this is the moon right here, all this in-between space is filled with what? A void. There's nothing in the void. Well, I found that there is something in the void. The elementary fundamental particles that they've been searching for at the CERN collider, the Hadron Collider in CERN.
Terence Howard has shown a deep interest in esoteric subjects.
They say that there's a place called CERN. It's supposed to be an underwater military base off the coast of Florida. Just so you know what CERN is.
Including the flower of life.
Now, this flower of life thing, you might wonder why they're looking at a picture with a bunch of loops and putting so much importance to it. That picture was found in the ancient pyramids, in multiple pyramids, I believe, in different countries with the same picture, and it was engraved into the wall with technology they shouldn't have had back then. That's what the big deal about that picture is. So that's why they stay staring, looking at it, and wonder why there's no straight lines. Like, really, if you look at it, it looks just like a bunch of shapes, and you'd be like, what are they all like trying to cipher? You know, well, you've seen the Da Vinci Code. You know that things aren't always what they are, what they seem at first glance. You know what I'm saying?
This ancient geometric pattern, consisting of multiple evenly spaced, overlapping circles, has intrigued many with its supposed mystical properties and significance across various cultures.
There's people calling that picture dumb right now. Yeah, that dumb picture has millions of people staring at it, probably at the moment, and it's been the talk of the globe for centuries.
To him, each circle within the flower of life symbolizes a different aspect of creation.
I respect him,
and the overlapping circles demonstrate how everything is interconnected.
All of these things, there's time, it's time for that to be changed now. We have changed all of our buildings to be aerodynamic. Our airplanes are no longer based on a two-dimensional Euclidean way of life.
How you doing?
But our math,
God bless,
is still based on a two-dimensional way.
We got
happiness.
Man up in here.
Here we talk about like what's the motivation? Like, yeah, there's a motivation somewhere in the back of my mind of my family. And if it's like where Moses smote the rock and God didn't allow him to get to the promised land, because the promised land is family. That is the promise. That is earth. I mean, that's heaven on earth is family. Family is heaven. That's the promised land.
And all this stuff behind the bar, do you think Kanye is a good guy? Like, you know, because we just found out that P. Diddy is, you know, what people would consider a bad guy, I guess. So, but I look at Kanye and I see a guy that looks like he cares about humanity. But I think also sometimes he's so high on himself that he can't stand to be told he could be wrong, like the time with Sway when he blows up on Sway. So, but yeah, if you want, tell me what you think about Kanye, man. You know, just as far as if he's on some righteous stuff.
And for your family to be together. So say I smite the rock and God doesn't let me have my family back. My mission in life is still to promote families.
And trying to figure out what the universe really, how it really worked. And we've come to find that the universe They are abandoning the standard model, the ideas of black holes and dark matter, for an electric model of the universe that is in response to Berkeley
All right,
currents and
fellas,
all
I
these
gotta
things.
get
It's
out
a
of here,
better
so I'm gonna
version, a better
keep
vision of
that
how
like
we
that
should
for a
see the
second.
universe.
I'm gonna get out of
That's
here
how I
because I
see
gotta
it,
handle
and I think
something
it
with
should be
my kid. I'm
explored.
gonna stop real quick. Yo, behind the bar, it's good that you stopped there. Behind the bar actually said, Ye is the GOAT. And to be honest with you, I love Kanye too, man. I love the first album. Dark Twisted Fantasy is my favorite by him. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's an absolute genius too. Yeah, behind the bar wrote, Ye is the GOAT, and then Barbara wrote, people get caught up in being rich and forgetful about the truth of life. Yeah, man. You know, the state and the government will have you chasing money and make you forget about everything that's important because you be chasing that bag. Yo, much love to all of y'all. Yo, behind the bar, man. Thanks for stopping in. I'm gonna go check out your channel after this in a little while. I'm gonna blast your shit everywhere when I get a chance. Yo, Barbara, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, man, keep your things on the important things in life. Even though you gotta pay that rent, you know, try to still remember that everything is more so about love instead of material things. Peace out to everybody. Salute.